Hey y'all, I'm Krista from Country K Dance, and today I'll be teaching my own personal choreography for the song Outback by Moonshine Bandits. This choreography won second place at the Edge Line Dance Choreography Competition this past weekend, and it is a 32 count 4-wall dance, no tags or restarts. It is a low intermediate level, and I'm going to teach it to you guys 1/8 count at a time, and I'll start facing that way so you can watch my feet. All right, the first 8 count is going to start with 2 steps directly forward on our 12. So right foot, left foot. Now the third count, we're doing 3 things all at once. We're either going to step onto the right or hop onto the right. Also going to do a ronde with that left foot. So it's going to come out and around and end up behind us. But we're also doing a half turn to end up at our 6 o'clock wall at the same time. So it's either a step or a hop, a ronde, and a half turn all at once. So what it looks like is here. Okay, it's a little hard to do slow, so let's add it with the 2 steps. We go 1, 2, 3, and our foot should end up behind us. Okay, now that left foot shouldn't have any weight in it. We're gonna put weight in it on 4. We're about to do a coaster step, so that right foot comes back and then left foot goes forward. That coaster step is on 4 and 5, okay? So from the top, we just walked 1, 2, ronde 3, 4, and 5. All right, with our weight in our left foot, we're gonna take our right foot, scuff it forward, but also shift and face this wall 1/4 to your left. That's your 3 o'clock wall, okay? That's on an and count. So we just did 4 and 5, and heels to the right on 6, heels to the left, and then another quarter turn to our left, going back to our 12 o'clock wall for a kick. That kick happens on 7, okay? So from the ronde, coaster step, scuff, heel, heel, kick. And that all happens and counts. Okay? So let's go from the top very slow, and then we'll speed it up a little. We're also going to leave out the 8 count in the second 8 count because it melds with that second 8 count better. All right, so 2 steps forward, 1, 2, ronde 3, coaster, step, scuff, heel, heel, kick. Okay, one more time with counts. 7, 8, walk, 1, 2, ronde 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. All right, one more time a little faster with those counts. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. All right, if at any point you need to pause, rewind, fast forward, whatever you do to make sure that this is going at your pace, go ahead and do that. But right now we're going to move on to the second. All right, moving into that second 8 count, except we ended on 7 with our foot forward. So we're actually on 8 and 1 going to be doing a coaster step again. So left foot back, right foot meets it, left foot forward. On 2 and 3, we're going to take a shuffle step forward, but we're going to do it with a lock step. So 2 with your right foot, lock and right foot 3. Okay, so you're just taking 3 steps forward, and if you want, you can just do a regular shuffle step forward, but if you'd like to do the lock, it's step, lock, step, all still facing that 12 o'clock wall. Okay, so from that 7 of that first 8 count, coaster step back on 8 and 1, forward 2 and 3. Okay, now this next part has a turn in it, and while you're turning, it has a pony. So we're gonna do it without the turn first, and then we'll add the turn in. If you don't wanna do the turn, you totally don't have to. You can just do the pony, okay? So 2 and 3. Our weight is on our right foot. We're gonna step forward on that left, and while we do that, we're making a half turn to that 6 o'clock wall, preparing for that full turn we're about to do. Right now we're going to do it without the turn. So just on 4, step and pivot. and we still have weight in that left foot, okay? Now we're gonna pony and 5 and 6. So you're traveling towards that 6 o'clock wall, facing that 6 o'clock wall. After that 4 pivot, that right foot goes down and pops your whole body up, and then we sink into the left, okay? Then again, pop that right toe down, sink into the left, and that's a pony step, okay? So a little bit faster, more fluid without the turn. We just went forward 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6, okay? That's exactly what it looks like with no turn, but this time on that first pony, we're gonna add the turn in, okay? So let me show you what that looks like. 4, and we wanna really be facing that 6 o'clock. 5, be facing there 12 o'clock. And we're back to the 6, 6, okay? So let's try that again. Shuffle 2 and 3, step 4 and 5 and 6, okay? So if you break it down into those half turns, it's a little less confusing, and every single step you take is kind of a half turn. So again, from the top of that, let's do from the top of that 8 count. We kicked on 7, coaster step 8 and 1, shuffle 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6, okay? To finish out this 8 count, we're going to step forward on the right, rock forward on the right, recover on the left, and step together right, okay? So we finished our pony in here. All of our weight is in our left, rock, recover, step. And that's the second 8 count. So let's do that whole thing slowly, then we'll speed it up a couple of times. Okay, we kicked forward on 7, coaster 8 and 1, shuffle lock 2 and 3, turn 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit. 5, 6, kick 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, one more time a little bit faster, and remember you can pause, rewind at any time. Here we go. 5, 6, kick 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, now that we know the first 2 8 counts, let's put them together. So start with 2 steps walking forward. 1, 2, ronde 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, so technically on the third 8 count, we're starting on our 6 o'clock wall, but I'm gonna turn around so you can see my feet and not get confused, and then we'll flip it around so you're on the right wall. All right, so we just finished rock, recover, step. We're gonna do a bunch of heel, toe swivels. So we're gonna take our heels to the right, toes to the right, and then faster, heel, toe, heel. So you go 2 slow and then 3, I don't know what my hands are doing, 2 slow and then 3 fast. So the counts are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So now we're over here with our heels to the right. We're gonna take a quarter turn to the left with a left kick out and a ball change. Okay, so that left foot went behind, right foot went in front. So we did our heel swivels, quarter kick, ball change. Then we're gonna take 2 more steps. Left goes out, right goes out. Those can be big stomps if you want them to. And then on 8, our heels are lifting and coming down. That's and 8. Okay, so with counts. Heels 1, toes 2, 3 and 4, kick 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, again, that speed. To the right, 1, 2, 3 and 4, kick, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. A little bit faster. 5, 6, 7, 8, right, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. All right, now facing the proper wall, we're actually facing our 6 o'clock wall when we get to this 8 count. So we just did rock, recover, step, take our heels to the right, 1, toes, 2, 3 and 4, kick, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So at this point we're facing our 3 o'clock wall, okay? One more time, a little bit faster. This way, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. All right, let's tack that on and do the first 3 8 counts all together. Here we go. 2 steps forward, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Heels, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, so for the last 8 count, we are facing our 3 o'clock wall. We're going to do a wizard step traveling along that 3 o'clock wall. So we just did the heel drop. We're going to take that left foot forward on 1, right foot behind, 2, left foot and. Okay, so it's a little bit different than the shuffle step, which was 1 and 2. This is 1, 2 and. Okay, so 1, 2 and. And we're traveling on that 3 o'clock wall. Our body's going to be facing the 6 o'clock a little bit, just the way that this works, but we're traveling towards 3. Okay, so we just did 1, 2 and. On 3, 4, we're going to take a nice slow half turn pivot to end up at our 9 o'clock wall. So around, step forward on the right, around, and sit into that right leg. Okay, so if I do it a little bit faster, I just did the wizard step, 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so we almost don't want to settle yet until the next count, but your weight should be on that right leg the entire time that you're doing that half turn pivot. Okay, so again, we just did heel drops, left foot forward, 1, 2, and right foot, 3, 4. And my left foot should be free. Okay? To finish this out, we're just going to do some hip bumps. So that's why we didn't really want to settle into the right yet, because now we're going to settle and settle. Take that left leg back, settle and settle. That's on 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay? So we spun around 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. All right, so let's go through that all together slow. We just did the heel drops and 8, wizard step, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, let's speed that up a little bit. 5, 6, 7 and 8, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. One more time for good measure. Here we go. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, now you know the whole dance, so let's put all 4 8 counts together. Here we go. Walking forward, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're facing our 9 o'clock wall and we restart. All right, let's do it to each of the other walls just so you can get a feel of what it feels like in each direction. So on our 9 o'clock wall, here we go. 6, 7, walks, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're facing 6 o'clock. Here we go. 6, 7, 8, walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, our final wall, 3 o'clock. Here we go. 6, 7, 8, walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's it. That's my line dance to Outback by Moonshine Bandits. If you want the step sheet or to see the demo, I'll put links in the description. And if you want to learn more line dances, go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.